Assalamu alaikum students. Today we'll discuss simple present tense. Tenses are used to show the time. There are three types of time which we show through tenses, that is present, past and future. Today our focus is simple present tense. Simple present time is presented through simple present and present continuous tense. But we need to understand that both these tenses are different. They show different concept. For example, simple present tense is used when we want to show the permanent concept, something which is permanent, something which is true, and present continuous tense is used to show the temporary situation or the action which we are doing right now. So let's see some of the example in order to understand both the tenses. In simple present, we show the routine or something which is frequently being done. For example, I work, you work, he works, they work, she works. So all these sentences are showing an action which is going to be done permanently. On the other hand, present continuous shows the work which is being done right now. It's not a routine. It is being done now. For example, I am working, I am speaking, you are listening, I am recording a lecture. So the work which is being done right now, it has nothing to do with the routine or with habit or something which is being done on temporary basis. It is not permanent again. The action is being done for some time. For example, I am preparing for IELTS. So this process of preparation is for short time period. It's not a routine. It's not a habit. So this is how present continuous tense is different from simple present. Let's repeat. Simple present tense is used to show the routine, habitual and frequent work, while on the other hand, present continuous tense is used to show the work which is being done right now at the moment when I am speaking, or the work which is being done for some time period. It's temporary. Let's move. Form. In present simple, there is a subject. If the subject is I, we, you, they, plural, then we use first form of the verb. Which form of the verb? First form of the verb. But if the subject is he, she, it or singular, then we add s or es with first form of the verb. For example, I start work at 8:30 a.m. If it is I, then we should say start. But if we say he, then we are supposed to add s with it. He starts work at 8:30 a.m. In question form, you have seen that we are not using any helping verb in simple sentences. However, in negative and interrogative sentences, we need to use helping verb do or does. With I, we, you, they or plural, we use do. And with he, she, it and singular helping verb does is used. You can see in this example, when do I start work? Next, I don't start work until 9 a.m. So here this is negative sentence where with I we have used don't. But the same sentence, if we use he, she, it or singular, then we will use does not, doesn't. He doesn't start work until 9 a.m. So this is the basic structure of simple present tense. Use. It is used for habitual and repeated actions. The actions which are being repeated in routine. For example, I play blues harp and dobro guitar. right? So this is showing a habit, something which is being done repeatedly. Second, with adverbs or expressions of frequency. There are various adverbs to show the frequency of any event. For example, never, rarely, sometimes, often, always. All these words show frequency at various levels. So we use simple present with these adverbs of frequency. For example, he often arrives late. Third, for facts, facts or universal truth. For example, water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. So this is universal fact and they are shown through simple present tense. Number 4, permanent. It means something which is being happening, which is being done permanently. For example, we live in Pakistan. This is something which is permanent. I live in Pakistan. Or he works at a school. The profession. This is also something which is permanent. And for that, we need to use simple present tense. Number 5, schedule. We also show schedules, timetable or routine through simple present tense. For example, the plane leaves at 5 a.m. Here there is a mistake. There should be leaves because the plane is a singular noun, singular subject. Let's move. Okay, you can see here on the time diagram that how we give the concept of simple present, the work which is being done in the past, the work which is being done now, and it's probably going to happen in future as well. So this is how we show the routine through simple time diagram, where the work is supposed to take place in all the time period to show the routine. For example, I get up at 7:30 every day. Now every day means routine, which consists of past, now and future. Okay, let's go towards this simple exercise where we'll handle some of the positive sentences, some of the negative sentences, and then interrogative sentences. You will get to know how to write a simple sentence, how to write the negative sentence, and then how to write the interrogative sentence. For example, I work. You can see I is subject and work is first form of the verb. You work, we work, they work. So this is how we combine subject with the verb. Let's move towards the negative sentences. In negative sentences, we need helping verb do. So you can either write don't by giving contracted form of do not, or you can write the full form do not. It's all up to you. However, it is recommended that in academic writing, in formal professional writing, you should not go towards contraction and you should write down the full form. In informal conversation, you can write contractions. So how will we make the negative sentence? I don't work. You don't work. We don't work. They don't work. So you can see that we add subject plus don't plus verb work. Let's move towards the interrogative sentences. In interrogative sentences, what's happening? We put do in the start of the sentence. Do I work? Question mark. Do you work? Question mark. Do we work? Question mark. Do they work? Question mark. So you can see the structure of interrogative sentences is do plus subject plus verb, base verb, first form of the verb. Now let's move towards some other pronouns where we need to add s or es with subject. And what are those pronouns? He, she, it, and singular noun. Whenever we use such expression, we need to add s or es with first form of the verb. For example, he works, she works, it works, and Ahmed works. Let's move towards the negative sentences. He does not work, she doesn't work, it doesn't work, Ahmed doesn't work. So this is how we make the negative sentences. Let's move towards the interrogative sentences. Here we will say, does he work, does she work, does it work, and does Ali work. So you have seen that we are not adding s here with work as we added in the simple sentences. In simple sentences we add s or es with first form of the verb, but in negative and interrogative we just use simple first form of the verb because we already added s or es with do. We also need to understand that whenever we use WH questions, we always provide first the WH question like where, how, when, as you can see in these examples, and after that we provide the helping verb do or does according to the demand. For example, where do you live? You can see here as it was you, so we use do. So after the question word, immediately you will use the helping verb. Next, how does she cook? Right? The next example, when does he arrive? Okay. Now let's see what are the rules to add s or es. As you can see here in this table, and I will explain it for you. Most of the verbs they add s. For example, dance, dances, cook, cooks, sleep, sleeps. Verbs which ends in s, sh, ch or x. You are supposed to add es with them. For example, miss, misses, wash, washes, teach, teaches. Though there are certain exceptions, and there are always exceptions in English language, you can never apply rules all the time, but these are the general rules which are applied. Then the verbs ending in consonant and y. Those verbs which ends with consonant or and y, you drop y there and add ies. You can see here study, d is consonant and then y. So what we'll do, we'll drop y and we'll say studies. Similarly, try, tries. Right? And then there are some other verbs which take the form like go, goes, do, does, have, has. So these are some of the rules related to usage of s and es. Okay, in this part of the lecture, we'll see how to give the answer if any question is asked in simple present. For example, do they need help? Right? You will not just say yes. You should say yes, they do, where you don't need any contraction. Or you can say no, they don't. Next, does he speak English? So how would you answer it? Yes, he does. Or no, he doesn't. Do you like this fruit? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Let's move. What are the most common mistakes done in simple present? Let's see in terms of tenses. If we say I am living in Pakistan, that is the wrong expression. The reason is I live in Pakistan as a routine, as something which is permanent. So I cannot use present continuous for something which is permanent. Present continuous is used to show the temporary situation or the action which is happening right now. It does not show something permanent. So when you want to show any action which is permanent, you should use simple present. So how will we change it? I am living in Pakistan. No, this is wrong. We'll say I live in Pakistan. Next, some of the mistakes take place in verb form, like we likes to travel. We should say we likes to travel. Think about it. Yes, you are right. It's not we likes. We should say we like to travel. Next, they does not eat vegetables. Does not is correct here? No, it's incorrect. We are supposed to say they don't eat vegetables. Next, does you talk to him often? Is it correct? Again, it's wrong. You should say, do you talk to him often? There are some mistakes in terms of spellings where we add wrong S or ES. For example, she tries to save money. Is it fine? Tries? Yes. There is consonant and then there is Y. I just told you the rule that you are supposed to add IES while dropping Y here. So what would you say? She tries to save money. Sometimes we miss certain words. For example, what time you finish work? Is it correct? No. You should say, what time do you finish work? You need to add do here. Okay, now this is the time we'll do some more exercise in order to understand how to make positive, negative and question sentences. I take. He, what should be here? Yes, it is for you to decide. She does. Again, we. Yes, it's empty and you need to decide. We need to say we does or we do. Yes, you are right. Here we should say he does and he takes, and here we does. Then you enjoy. What should we say? She enjoy or she enjoys? Yes, she enjoys. Negative sentences. If our simple sentence is they study, how should we make it negative? They don't study. He sings. What should we add here? Think for a while. Yes, you are right. He doesn't sing. Next, some exercise related to question statements. She wants to buy a new phone. What should you add here in these blanks? Take some time. You can pause the video to add the missing words, and we'll say, does she want to buy a new phone? Question mark. Next, they sell books online. What should you say here? Yes. Do they sell books online? Question mark. And here you have taken all the answers of the blanks. Okay, for questions you can comment below. Thank you so much for listening. See you in the next lecture with some other good topic. Until then, bye.